We have the green Angmar player Andy Brandy versus the red Mordor player Ave Havi. In the game number 1 on the map Firian Deal, that means in the game number 2 we're gonna have the same matchup, but they will swap the spots and also the factions to determine the better player. Because the better player should be able to win the matchup back and forth. Double Slaughterhouse coming up for Mordor, and Mill into the Hall of the Kingsmen coming up for the green Angmar player Andy Brandy. Okay, so the faction Mordor, Angmar, both are evil factions, of course. They are very strong in the mid to late game. Angmar is also strong in the early game. I think Mordor is also one of the stronger factions, but if I would have to make a guess, I believe Angmar is in a better standing right now in terms of strength, you know. It's a very, very solid faction. Oh, would you look at this? The Tavern coming up for Mordor. Something we have not seen for a long time. We have seen this almost in every single game from Mordor when the Tavern got first time introduced into the patch 2.02 version 9.0. But then they nerfed the corsairs a couple of times, and then everybody legit stopped, completely stopped recruiting any of these corsairs. No problem, my friend. Welcome to the stream. I'm doing good, Foxboy. Thanks for tuning in also, my friend. Appreciate it. A little bit sick, but you know, it's okay. Okay, so Corsair of Umbar. The Pirate Pack. They are good for harassment. What I like about them the most is their mobility part. They are actually quite, you know, mobile. They can run in pretty much calf speed. So it's hard to catch up to them. Unless you go for Wolf Riders. I believe, you know, Angmar can counter this quite easily though. I don't think it's going to be super effective against Angmar because Angmar can easily get Wolf Riders on the field that can trample down those corsairs over and over again. You need to dodge the fire bombs. You need to dodge this. Oh, chunk, boys, dude. I mean, that was a big mistake from Andy Brandy too. He just, you know, used and wasted his war chant for no reason. And those Gundabad orcs, they won't be able to achieve anything anymore, and the counterattack will be actually quite effective. So the combination is simple. You recruit Corsair for harassment and Easterling to counter their counter. So basically, what is the counter for the Corsairs? Yeah, true, it's the Wolf Rider. And you can counter this with your Easterling. So the combination of Corsair plus Easterling can actually be very, very strong. And he's defending too. Look how fast they are. They're kind of crazy, dude. Speedy Gonzalez. Look at their movement speed, man. It's like a squad of Elrons marching forward. Okay, so this is coming up now for the Wolf Rider transition. But when they hit so hard. When they hit so hard, boys. I want to see this. Again, their damage output against buildings got nerfed. So I want to see this damage now. Show me. Show me. Oh, not even using the fire bombs. Trampling coming. But they are so tanky too. Look about how much damage they received from one trample. Only like 5% of their HP. 2 tramples. Fire bombs. 3 tramples.
High naps, 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 high naps,
4 tramples.
high naps, high naps, high naps, high naps, high naps, high naps, high naps,
5 tramples it
high
takes.
naps, high 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 naps,
saying
high
nice.
naps, high
5
naps,
tramples it took to kill them.
high naps, 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 high naps.
Shut up, girl. Alright, 5 tramples it took actually to kill them. What's up, Gulliver? Smokey, what's up? Nice, thanks, nice parents. Nice, thanks. These guys are trolls. 1 power point and 2 power point. So we have now more Corsairs coming, of course. Why not? Never change a running system. You don't need to stop. It's working out. And it's so hard to deal with them, right? Because they are not only fast, but also quite tanky. I mean, for me personally, a swordman or a non-pikeman unit should be actually getting killed a bit sooner. Like 3 tramples, maybe if you are like a Urukai or something, like a swordman which has shield wall formation ability that makes you, that increases your durability for a long time. Could be nice, but I think the Corsairs, they should not be that tanky. Maybe it's not about them, maybe it's about the Wolf Riders though. Maybe they are not the best cavalry, not the best trample damage, but still, 5 tramples. It's a lot. The Wolfpacks are moving on, so they will be able to eat those Easterlings alive, no problemo, but Corsairs are here to back them up. And he knows that. He knows that. Mordor having control of... I mean, I think you know, tavern opening is still a good choice for the Mordor faction. It gives you like the early presence, you know? So basically you don't have to camp because your orcs can't contest anything. You can only try to outspam your opponent, which is not easy. So I believe the tavern opening might still be the way to go. Oh, nice micro by Andy Brandy, beautiful. But the punishment is not that great. They were even in aggressive stance. You see the damage they receive from the trample, that's actually not a lot. It's really not a lot. War chant. So that might be actually enough to defend. One more trample. One more trample. 4 tramples you still need to kill them. And I mean, the problem is you need to kill them fast, because if you can't kill them fast, they will actually steal money from you. Because I can't believe that people stopped recruiting them for no reason. They are still very good, man. They cost 350, I believe, right? Let me check. They cost 350. They are very mobile. They are tanky. They have the firebomb that can not only deal damage to buildings but also destroy enemy units. Bugged corsairs, okay. They are not moving. Nice. They don't do anything, the corsairs. They are bugged. Oh my, they are. What is happening? Don't kill them. Let them waste command points for that. He was freezing this. More corsairs are being recruited. So when you get a second one, you will also get discount. You will make them a bit cheaper. I mean, when they were first released, they were actually kind of broken. They were super OP, and I still think they are still strong. Maybe not OP, but they are definitely strong. And there is no reason to not recruit them when you play Mordor. I think it gives you the early push power instead of playing the boring part of the Mordor faction and defend exclusively at the beginning of the game, which helps you also to reach the mid to late game way easier. Because, but guess what? When you put pressure on your opponent, he will have to defend himself. He can't ignore the corsairs. He can't. Not only they will destroy the buildings in a few seconds, but also they will, you know, rob you. They will make you go broke.
That still only counts as one.
Yeah, we have 2 minutes delay. 2 minutes, boys, in the stream. 2 minuta. There comes Warchant from Avi. 550 command points versus Leggy 650. So I plus Warchant, still a very strong power spike for Mordor. You get easily the double buff, which can even, you know, especially on Corsairs, it can be super effective, the damage part, because then all of a sudden you will deal like more than 60% more damage. Firebombs chunking. And I think the Corsairs are also good against Archer spam, because look, when you think, I think so, I'm not sure though, but I believe when you play against Elves, and Elves like to be in one single small spot, clump all the army with the pikemen to protect the archers, and you bomb this place with the firebombs, they will either have to move and break the clump, or they will just get one-shotted. Angmar is only defending. But he will be able to destroy the slaughterhouse, it's good. Another one in the middle is going to be taken down. Mordor is expanding quite nicely, but doesn't have too many pikemen. However, the Wolf Riders are just not the way to go, I think. You need Snow Trolls, you know? You need something that can deal more damage. Your Wolf Riders are not the magical answer to the Corsair problem. So there are Corsairs in the sea. You need marine units, you know? You need to basically have like police units to deal with them. Or you need to find the 3 hunters, Aragorn, Legolas, and Gimli with the Oathbreakers. You will not enter Gondor, or in this case, you will not enter Angmar. You want to stop us? You and whose army? This army. 10 power points for Angmar, so he might go for the Orc Summon, or for the not Snowbind. I mean, of course you can go for the Fellwind too, but I think you can also go for the Frozen Land. But he's gonna go for the Orc Summon. I don't think Orc Summon is gonna be good, because again, the Corsairs are faster than your Orcs. You need to use this kind of offensively. Haradrim is still level 1, so maybe you can use this, but he already used the Warchant, so there is no point. At this point of the game, you need to deal economical damage to Mordor. He's just growing too rich. 725 command points, very soon he will have also Industry from his spellbook, which will make him even, you know, more wealthy. The corsairs are still remaining. So are the pikemen, and I think the mill is going to be taken down right after the snowbind's effect is gone. Who's winning this fight? Hard to tell. Okay, big push. But he's doing good, kinda, right? He's doing good. He will be summoning the orcs in the middle of the map. He will be able to destroy only one slaughterhouse. I think the summon location wasn't the best idea from any brandy. Should be summoning it a bit more forward. You wanna aim to destroy those 3 slaughterhouses. They are pretty much the most important and valuable buildings in the castle, around the castle from Ave. They will give them additionally 25 extra command points, and they also, of course, make you more rich. You will get more money from them. But any brandy was able to defend himself. Level 1 and Black Numenorians. I think Black Numenorians are going to be good to deal with the corsairs, but you need to keep in mind that they are very expensive too. So you need to get them first of all to level 2, then you can buy the Death Mask, which also will cost you 200. So around about 800 has to be invested to make them strong. And then they will be one of the strongest, if not the strongest swordman in the entire game. But again, 800 is also a lot of money. Tower. Ave, the tower lamer. Yes, I will stream BFME 1 later. Destroy the slaughterhouse. Eat it alive. Why not finishing it? It was easy to be finished. 2 Black Numenorians, but only level 1. Oh, but also they get chunked a lot actually from the firebombs. They got, a few of them got chunked so much. But they can fight this, I think. I'm also assuming you need to use hold ground stance to be a bit more tanky. You actually get additionally a 15%, you lose 15% armor when you use the aggressive stance, but you get actually 25% increased damage. That's quite a lot. Almost level 2. That's gonna unlock the charge attack. 675 against 675, but Angmar is kind of pushing the Mordor player back for the first time in the game. Black Numenorians are just a weapon to deal with this. But the fortress is defending. Level 2 unlocked. Charge attack available. Trample. The corsairs, they don't stand a chance against the, against those units. He doesn't have the debuff, but he's gonna charge before. There was a very funny interaction. This is crazy, dude. This should be illegal. This should be illegal, man. They were 1v1ing the Haradrim Lancers as swordmen. That should be illegal, dude. I mean, I think when you stand still and you fight, you will lose. So what you need to do is you need to trample over and over again and kind of knock them down on the ground over and over again. Because if you just trample once and then you stand still and fight them in the melee range, in the melee fight, then you will lose. Black Numenorian is too much damage. Level 3, you will recruit now some of the Dark Rangers, and also the Venom has been purchased. So that means he will instantly be able to level up the units to level 2. Again, huge power spike for the Black Numenorians, but also for Dark Rangers, because one of them unlocks the charge attack, the other one unlocks the long shot. But he was also able to protect this. Marmora Gold, thanks for the 9 months, appreciate it, really means a lot. Thank you. 9 months, my friends. Thank you, thank you.
Marmara Gold just resubscribed for 9 months. Ahoy, yo.
Yo. Okay. 650 versus 975. Mordor is Bruce Wayne. Super rich. Industry, level 3, level 3. And this game looks free for Mordor, because I believe he's gonna have very soon something big, maybe even a Witch King. I didn't focus on his money that much, but I'm assuming he should be quite wealthy. Should be quite rich. Oh, Giants, big commitment. Is this gonna be the one push? There is no way this is gonna happen. There is no way this is gonna happen. He's trying to get back in there, but the fortress is getting chunked. And look, he will be able to protect them too. They won't make it to the fortress, they won't make it to the Giants. The Wolfpacks are body blocking hardcore. The Giants, Michael Jordan and Kobe Bryant, they keep shooting the basketballs to the Fortress of Angmar, Mordor, one more shot from each, and the fortress from Ave with 975 command points will be taken down. That means no more fortress, no more power points, and he's gonna say nice. Nice from Andy Brandy indeed. Everything is getting demolished. Will he give up? But he has still 800 command points in the bank. He has a builder. We can see he's building up the tavern, so he can definitely, and he can save up to 5,000. He has even 2 builders. But losing a fortress, of course, is always painful. There was a nice attempt, and you should kind of be prepared for this. You know, you need to react fast, because if you give them like 20 seconds, they will be able to destroy your fortress, and that's exactly what just happened. One of the builders will be fell-winded from Angmar, and yeah, Ave is dropping down to only one single builder. One single builder. Can he somehow turn this game around? With the one and only builder he has. I mean, he has only 1,000 in the bank, he still needs 4,000. But also he needs to keep making army at the same time. What a push. What a nice, beautiful giant summon. Okay. Again, all this stuff, I mean, this is a level 3 slaughterhouse, it's very important. Mordor can still win, but you know guys how important the power points are in the mid game. So the fact that Ave can't use his power points anymore, not Eye of Sauron, not Hinted Lane, not Warchant, nor Industry, means he will be having such a huge handicap, and then he needs to invest 5,000 for a fortress, which Angmar doesn't have to do. Angmar can use this to get even a stronger army, or even recruit his Witch King for the same price. Warchant, Orc Summon from Angmar. So he's pushing, there is a tower. Fire bombs are coming in clutch, dealing massive damage, AoE damage, and also overtime damage when they stay on the fire. Mordor is trying to defend and protect this outpost and the slaughterhouse with the tower around it, and I think he should be able to protect this too. He has a massive army of corsairs. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4 corsair battalion, which is a lot of DPS, a lot of pillage too. They will be able to steal so much money. Ave doesn't give up. Snowbind has been used to save this 1 mil behind the fortress. It's also very important. 8 power points after the giants, and 7 power points which Ave can just not use. He can't. Riders of Farad. But now it's gonna be a different story, because now the corsairs, they won't be able to do much anymore. There are Black Numenorians, Snow Trolls, and also Rangers, and I think all 3 of these units are kind of countering the corsairs. You see the trample is now a different story. The Snow Trolls are not as weak as the Wolf Riders, but of course it makes also way more sense because they are way more expensive. They cost 650 each. They are pretty expensive. We need to trample. But Mordor is putting lots of pressure. Look at the harassment with corsairs, with Haradrim Lancers, with Easterlings. He's pretty much keeping the Angmar play in a check situation. Even though he has no fortress, he has still a command points advantage. He's up to 775 command points versus only 550. Angmar players command points kept, but Angmar players 13 power points in his pocket. That means only 12 or 11 power point more for the 25, which can be definitely the game winning point, unless the Mordor player will be able to build this fortress before this happens. But again, look his money. He's not very wealthy. He has to keep spending money into making more, recruiting more units non-stop. Because if you stop recruiting units for the sake of building a fortress, then you will lose anyway. So you need to keep recruiting units, build slaughterhouses, and try simultaneously to save up for the fortress. That's gonna delay it, of course, but I think you have no chance to just sit there and wait for 5,000, because Angmar player won't give you the chance to do that. Okay? I mean, he has 15 power points, but he can't use it. 15 would lead you at this point maybe to something like a worm summon. Could be quite nice, because look at the layout. You could kill this level 3 mill here. Angmar has also a lot of money. He has over 2,000 in the bank. Very strong units. Snow Trolls, Black Numenorians, Rangers. Where is the builder from Ave? There he is. There is only one single builder remaining. All of that stuff is in the middle of his fortress. So that's a very important building. 3 taverns, Haradrim Palace. He played without an orc pit for the entire game duration. He didn't recruit a single orc from the beginning until now. Yes, Mateusz. Yes.
I am the fist of Angmar.
I am the fist of Angmar. 19 power points. 19. I like the fact that Avi is fighting until the end. If he can turn this game around, it would be actually phenomenal. But he's so far away still from the new fortress. He was having this game on his pocket, man. I don't know. He had like a good standing point. But then he started to make mistakes. The reaction time was kind of poor to the giants. They needed actually like a minute to destroy the fortress too, right? It was not like in 10 seconds. So he could maybe react to this. And only the wolf packs were actually backing up the giants. Longshot incoming. Avi is paying attention. No, he doesn't. He will lose a couple of these Easterlings, but it's not a big problem. Another mill is going to be taken down. Angmar once again is being pushed back, kind of, right? He doesn't recruit as many Black Numenorians in ranges as he potentially could. You see multiple mills placed next to each other. That's very important for you to understand. Even though it looks like Angmar has 925 command points in his pocket, and he just does have it, but it's not a healthy command points increase. He's just spamming resource buildings next to each other. Look how many are close to each other. So he doesn't get too much value from them as for resources. Only being built to have 50 additional command points for each mill he has under his control. But Mordor, I believe, is wealthy. Also not very wealthy, because also he has many slaughterhouses next to each other. But this is just too close, man. Look at this. 4 next to each other. So you get like what, 12, 11, 6. You get 6 for each tick, which is not much, you know. It's better than nothing, but it's still not effective. Or trample. 25 power points. Andy will be able to summon the giants for the second time before Ave will be able to rebuild his fortress. At 25 power points, it's gonna be big. He went for the wolf, of course. The big bad wolf will be summoned in the very first game. And there are not many production buildings. So basically 1, 2, 3, 4. All you need to do is destroy the production buildings, and that's gonna be the end of the game. He's trying to get vision. The boom, son. Eat. Eat. You need to eat. You need to devour this one. Oh, nice. Nice timing also. He just killed the corsairs the second they entered the battlefield. But you want to devour with this dude. Devour will make you deal 50% more damage. It also affects your abilities, of course. So your Call the Pack will also deal 50% more damage when you use Devour before this happens. So he's trying to destroy the production buildings, of course. We gotta keep an eye on the builder from Ave. Ave has a builder somewhere. I don't know where it is. And in order to stay alive, he needs to definitely build another seat. Production building. Orc summon Vorchan from Angmar. Builder is here. He's going to sneak in a tavern. So he won't be defeated even after losing this tavern and the resource buildings, of course. But of course, it's kind of like a big damage the wolf was able to deal. The wolf is also very vulnerable against fire damage. So basically, if you have like a strong fortress with fire arrows and towers, you can kill this wolf quite fast. Now you need to play cat and mouse, Tom and Jerry. Tom and Jerry. Find the builder. It's like a mini game in this game, which the players need to play, especially Andy Brandy. He needs to make sure to find the builder. The builder is the only reason why Ave is not defeated yet. Kill the builder and this game is over. Because look at the power points from Ave. He has 32 power points in his pocket. 32. 3, 2, 32. But he can't use any of that. Oh, but he's building up the fortress. But the troll said no. Oh boy, we just lost connection one more time, dude. It's unbelievable. Unbelievable. I don't know what to say. Anyways, game number 2. We see 3 mills, 4 mills, Hall of the Kingsmen. We see on the Mordor side, Orc Pit opening this time. No Tavern opening, no Corsairs. The regular Orc spam is going to be on the menu, boys. And yup. Are we still live or are we getting live, guys? Can you please let me know? So orcs are being used for like a defending wall mission. So they will just stay there and body block the Gundabad orcs. Remember, the orcs are the weakest swordmen in the game, but they're also the cheapest, which kind of makes sense because, you know, they are weak and also cheap. Double Hall of the Kingsman. No Wolfden yet for Awe. He's gonna go for the Thrallmaster spam. And now the problem is when this happens to the stream and we have 2 minutes delay, it's hard for me to understand what is going on, because whatever you guys tell me or whatever I tell you guys, you will see 2 minutes later. So maybe I need to disable the delay in the stream, which I can't without ending the stream. So I need to end the stream and open the stream again without delay. It's unbelievable. It's always a dilemma, you know? You don't know what to do. I mean, Mordor is playing defensively in this one, making sure that the Gundabad orcs can't target the slaughterhouses, trying to scale into the mid to late game, but against Angmar, scaling is not very easy because Angmar is a scaling faction itself. Orcs coming, double slaughterhouse, a double mill here, all of the Kingsmen. Guys, can you tell me the second when we are live if everything is okay again? I have no clue what's going on. Really not. Warchan available. Eye is available for any brandy. So, oh, but he might lose this one now. You see the positioning with the orcs. So, very smart positioning, I need to say. Trying to body block, but now the Gundabad orcs will be able to commit to this building anyway. Eye is going to be used to buff the allied orcs. And also look, the eye is kind of scaring them off a little bit. You see that? It's like this effect. They attack for a few seconds, then they stop attacking because they get afraid by the Great Eye of Sauron. But that didn't stop them to destroy the slaughterhouse anyway. So the first slaughterhouse from Mordor has been destroyed. But during all this time, Angmar hasn't lost anything just yet. Angmar's eco is pretty much untouched. There is going to be one orc, but I think the one orc needs like a long time to destroy this mill. We shall see. We shall see. Beautiful. Transition into the Haradrim Lancers. I will be used to scout. They were able to survive too, that's good. Level 2. Wolfdan level 1. Level 1, level 1. I think you need the level 2 of the Kingsmen for the Black Numenorians. They are the way to go. Because once you go black, you never go back. BFME2 players OP. Actually, it's true, man. It's true because all of them. Look at this. When you think about this way, we had four people to begin with in the semifinals, and 3 of them actually are from BFME2. Andy, Brandy, Sauron, and Awe. Originally BFME2 players. Later, we will have BFME1. Creep secured. Attack formation. 550 command points against 450 command points. But by the time they reach this area, I think the buff is gonna be almost gone. Command points are looking pretty identical, and also the power points are looking pretty even. So we will eventually get another long game, which is kind of surprising for me because it's a very small map. Firindir is not, it's not a super small map, but it's like a medium-sized map. It's not a big map. So I didn't expect those games to last that long, but maybe it's about the matchup. Maybe it's about Angmar against Mordor, and the matchup between those two factions will just last a bit longer. But we will see. That's a huge army of Angmar faction, by the way. Extrovers, pikemen, wolf riders. So pretty much everything you would ever need. More pikemen to counter this. Wolfpacks. Spam is real. 3 production buildings and keep the spam. Keep spamming it non-stop. Tear this place down. Mordor can win against Gondor. because there are more than 2 maps in this game, in this tournament. There are of course rewarding maps also for Mordor. Small maps you just can't win at this point. Tear this place down. Okay, thanks for letting me know. But it looked like they are kind of getting scared from it, you know. Okay, so 775 command points versus 450. Mordor is definitely falling apart. Angmar has a huge advantage in this game. And you can see this playstyle from Andy Brandy without Corsairs versus the playstyle from Andy Brandy from Abe in the game number 1 with the Corsairs. You can see without the Corsairs, Mordor has to play quite defensively. He was pretty much camping in his own base and using the orcs not for harassment, no, but he was using them as like a you know, orc shield, just to soak in the damage and stall until reinforcement arrive, which kind of limits the Mordor early game and forces the faction to play super defensively. The Corsair opening was kind of changing this completely and was giving Mordor a chance and the option to use them for harassment too. So Mordor got changed from being a very super defensive faction to get to mid to late game in which Mordor can hit like a truck, to more like an early dominant faction. But without Corsairs, you can't do the same. Oh boy. Oh, big war chant. Boom. You love to see it. This is a war chant and a half, boys. Let's go now. Oh my, this was a beautiful, beautiful planned and also kind of organized war chant moment. Summon orcs, group all of them together and war chant at least 10 battalions at the same time. Oh boy, tower going down. It means no more protection for the slaughterhouse. It is Gothmog, but what can Gothmog do? Turn into tomato Gothmog. Use the fury Gothmog. Go inside the jeans Gothmog. Level 3, but he is refusing to use the fury for 200% more damage and 25% more armor. But nobody's trying to fight against him. He's like the last orc remaining. The age of orcs is over, Gothmog. You was not right when you was killing the dude who was trying to snitch Faramir in Hoskiliath. And he's gonna call it. It's gonna be an early game, by the way. I mean, early GG in this game number 2. The game number 1 was looking way better for Mordor with the Corsairs, but you see, without the Corsairs, you can't do the same. That's unbelievable, boys. I don't know what's happening. I have like no clue what's happening, but that's unbelievable. This is not fun. Okay, big fight in the middle, by the way, between Angmar and Dwarves. You see extrovert from both the sides, actually a lot of extroverts. There is only one pikeman. Imagine a battle wagon here, it would be so good. You sneak him in to the backline, one trample is all it takes. You can smash all of these extroverts in a single moment. The front line is gone, now it's gonna be an extrovert battle. But I believe the Angmar player knows that he can't fight this. And that's gonna be the Dwarven push power from Andy Brandy. He's gonna build a statue here for leadership, for the double buff action. But Angmar in the meantime is putting pressure on the dwarves. So this mineshaft here is going to be taken on. This one is going to be taken on as well. So besides building a statue, they also need to build a mineshaft next to the statue so you can bring the reinforcements way sooner. They are still live, guys. I hope, right? I mean, I was just going live for the 3rd time. Sorry for the notifications you might get. It's not about me, it's about the stream. It's crashing non-stop, and it's gonna crash one more time. I'm not gonna go live anymore because it's annoying. Builder, be careful with the builder. Don't lose him. Disengage. Yeah, he was able to win this fight, but can he push the dwarves fully back? I think so, because the statue is not very tanky. It's only 1500 HP, so you can destroy it very fast. It's not supposed to be a tanky building, so it has like a long build time until you build it, fully finish it, but it can be destroyed way sooner. You need to destroy this to deny the leadership though, that's very important. I mean, the dwarves also get fear resistant from it, but it's not really adding too much to the gameplay when you play against Angmar, because Angmar has no fear. But you can also see the build time is extremely long too, and Andy is not gonna say a word, he's gonna leave the game, and that's gonna be the game number 3. Angmar versus Dwarves. The game number 4, Andy Brandy was able to destroy and defeat Eternal in the quarterfinals and make it this way to the semifinals against Ave. But of course, Ave is one of the strongest players of Rise of the Witch King. Definitely more favorite in this best of 7 compared to Andy Brandy, who is mainly playing BFME2. He doesn't play too much Rise of the Witch King. I believe the last time he played in Rise of the Witch King was in the big tournament we had like 6 months ago. And since then he didn't even play this game. But yet he was able to win against, you know, a lot of people in this tournament. But Ave is a little bit different. Ave is like a beast, you know. Thank you very much, Dimo. Thank you. I hope I will get better, my friend. Because it starts to get annoying.
Master Elf, you will enjoy the fabled hospitality of the dwarves.
Of the dwarves. Okay, so 2 mineshafts. Hall of Warriors, 3rd mineshaft. So what is the plan? That's the big question. And by the way, when I will play my own games later on, I will eventually do it without talking at all, because I'm not in the stage to actually play good and also talk at the same time. So when I play my own games, the best of 7, I will mute my microphone and just, you know, focus on the gameplay. Just so you guys know. So it looks like he will be creeping this. Angmar against dwarves. I mean, it depends, you know. I think Dwarven faction can only win if you get like a good start into the game. Your first or the second push has to achieve something more than destroying only 1 mill. You have like a very hardcore snowball potential. When you get a lead, you can easily stomp every faction in the game. But the question is, can you get a lead? Dwarven faction kind of falls off in the mid game, because then it's going to be easier for the Angmar player to scout the area, to deny you from building offensive mineshafts. And when you can do this against dwarves, Dwarven faction is the worst faction in the game, because they are horrible for walking a long distance. So they are really big time relying on the mineshaft network connection. So they are so slow that it takes them maybe 3 minutes until they can reach this point. When they walk straight up from this barracks here, and they need to walk all the way to this location, it just takes too long time. So you need to have mineshafts. You have to have them, or your faction just is too bad. You can be kited all day long. And I think it's important to force an all-out fight. Couple of guardians, couple of pikemen, they can deal devastating amount of damage, but that's why you need to make it to the spot of fighting in which your opponent can't touch you anymore. In an open area like here, where he doesn't have to fight you, he can kite you all day. You cannot catch up to him. Nothing you can do can catch Black Numenorians, for example. Maybe your battle wagons can. But I also heard that the battle wagons are actually bad against Black Numenorians. So you see here, you are able to be spotted. So basically now, he doesn't need to fight you here. So what you are trying to achieve is you want to make it to this mill. You want to make it to this area. And then Angmar has to fight against you. That's the power of dwarves. Forcing fights, because your army is very strong.
You will enjoy the fabled hospitality of the dwarves.
When Ave won second, last game it was Ave playing Angmar and Andy was playing dwarves, and he just, you know, surrendered the game in like 3 minutes in. Yes, I'm in the semifinals. When BFME1 would come out today with modern graphics, do you think it would be used as League of Legends? I mean, League of Legends is not an RTS game. So then it's not going to be called Battle for Middle-earth anymore, I think. I think it's going to be something like Lord of the Rings Champions. There is a huge difference between between BFME1 and BFME games and also League of Legends. League of Legends is much more about micro. You have only one character, one hero with spells and abilities. Like, it's basically, you have like Gandalf with his spells, you have cooldowns and stuff. You have like lane, you kill neutral monsters to make money. You have a champion to fight against. You can't compare this to BFME. It's an RTS game. It's much more about macro and strategy compared to League of Legends. It's much more advanced gameplay when you think about this. I don't think Lord of the Rings can be made into something like League of Legends. I mean, I'm not a big fan of this, and I also don't like something like a World of Warcraft kind of thing. World of Warcraft, I don't like this. There is, I think, something called Lord of the Rings Online. So basically, you have like a character, you are in an open world, you have like missions, quests, and stuff like this. I'm not into this too much, to be honest, because I believe those games are very time-consuming. What I like about the Battle for Middle-earth games and also about League of Legends is when I come on to my PC and I have like an hour time, I can still play 1-2 games and quit. I don't have to invest 5 to 6 hours just to do one quest, you know. I don't like this. Like the snowballing games in which your time is being rewarded in terms of experience and levels and itemization. I'm not into these games that much. Dwarves going for a big push. 1, 2, 3, 4 Guardians, 2 Hobbits. Imagine Wolf Riders. Imagine. No pikemen at all, but he has 1 pikeman in the mineshaft, so he's gonna bring them now. He needs more. He's gonna get 1 more. Oh, this army is going to be very strong, boys. So he will have actually 2 pikemen, lots of Guardians. He's also coming from the bottom set. So Angmar can't contest both the armies, but there are no pikemen here from Awe. He's gonna get punished for it. The trample doesn't deal too much damage. The Guardians are just too tanky, and he's gonna just call it and leave the game. That's a very quick game also. 2 minutes games. The red Dwarven player Abe Havi versus the green Mordor player Andy Brandy. But I mean, I've seen his games against Farad and stuff. He was very, very strong. So I'm scared. I'm a little bit afraid of what's gonna happen to me. But I will try my best to make it entertaining at least, boys. I personally would rather lose in a fun way, entertaining way, than winning in a boring way. Hey Shanks, if you don't play BFME1, I will unfollow you, block you on Discord, and delete your IRL. Shut up, Zero High. 2 slaughterhouse, Orc Pit into the 3rd slaughterhouse. 2 mineshafts into the Hall of Warriors. Dude, guys, by the way, quick question. Can you hear the difference in my voice?
I will represent the men of Gondor.
Thanks for the follow, appreciate it. Can you guys hear that I'm sick? Is it even hearable for you? Or do you hear like no difference? Stream BFME1 or I will kidnap your child and sell them to Qatar to war construction. No, dude. Leave my kids alone. Orc Pit number 2. So slow gameplay here from the Dwarves and also Mordor. Andy playing Mordor faction. And also no Corsair opening once again. So going for the classical Orc spam build aura, which I don't think is going to be very good against Dwarves. This is not a bad map for the Dwarven faction, by the way, because Dwarves are, for me personally, Dwarves are not that good on big maps. Now call me crazy, but I think in a very small map, Dwarves are better. Like there is a map which is called, I believe, I don't know what was the name, it was used in the previous World Championship. It was a very small, tiny map. This map was so good for Dwarves, because the distance was not that long. It means Dwarven units could just walk to you, and it's hard to fight against them in a clump battle. Okay, he might be able to steal the money maybe. No, he's not going for it. Not going for it.
Soon, Master Elf, you will enjoy the fabled hospitality of the dwarves.
Yes. Yes. Multiple orc pairs. I mean, what is the Dwarven player doing? I'm wondering actually. He's playing it so slow. Is he gonna get a Hobbit? Is he gonna get a hero on the field early game? That's a big question. Because he will have to fight against 3 orc pits very soon. It's gonna be a big spam. By the way, Abe Havi is just a crazy player, dude. I mean, I want to see the finals between Abe and Zirael. Zirael, super underrated player also. He was able to win and beat Sauron in a 4-3. You can't 5-0 Sauron, that's not possible. But he was able to win against him 4-3, that's pretty good. And if Ave wins this game, we're gonna have Ave Have versus Zirael in the finals of the winner bracket. It's gonna be also pretty nice. Big push. 1 Guardian, 2 Guardian, 1 Pikeman. Go, 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 go. The Hobbits from the Shire. How is Germany performing, guys, today? Is somebody from you guys watching also the World Cup at this point? The game started or not? I wanted to watch the World Cup today. Starting now? Okay. You support Germany? I'm living in Germany. Of course I support Germany. Why? What is this for question? I'm living in this country. How can I support any other country besides the country I'm living in? Germany will lose? Hopefully not. But Mordor was able to defend. That's good. That's good. Between Turkey and Germany, if they match up, it's a very tough question, man. In this case, I cannot lose, to be honest. I'm not sad or mad or happy that much when either team loses, you know. To be honest, I don't care about football that much, if I'm being honest with you. I used to care about it when I was younger, when I was like 18 to 25, those 7 years period, I was actually obsessed with football. I was watching also every single weekend pretty much all the games in Premier League, in, you know, Bundesliga in Germany, Turkish Super League. I was watching all the games in the weekend with my friends. I had like 3-4 Turkish IRL friends, and we used to meet each other every Friday. And then Saturday, Sunday, we were watching Friday, Saturday, Sunday, all the matches, even from the clubs we didn't even know, just to be able to comment it and have some fun, you know. But since like 5 to 6 years, I stopped caring about that. Because I think it's shameless. For me, it's shameless, dude. Like, I think when you get paid millions of dollars, just so you play 90-minute game, and in this 90-minute game which matters, you stop running, you stop trying hard, then you don't deserve a single penny. It triggers me, you know. The guys give up, they stop running. Dude, it's your job. You get paid more than 100 people together in their entire lifetime. It triggers me so much when they give up. 2019, I started streaming. It's 3 years. It's gonna be 4 years very soon. Rallying call, double leadership, double buff. They see me rolling, they hate, sorry, but I mean, everybody who's new to the channel, that's not the way I'm normally streaming. This stream might sound extremely boring to you, but it's because I'm sick. Normally this stream, I think everybody can confirm, is already about hype, fun, entertainment, which I just can't provide at this point because I'm super ill. I'm really having a rough time trying to speak, which is not easy for me. It is not easy for me, boys.
It's not been easy for me. It has not been easy for me. And, you know, I started off in Brooklyn. My father gave me a small loan of $1 million.
It's just not easy for me, but I'm trying to do it just because of you. The snowballing effect. Yes, Rangel, it's about to finish. Avi is about to win this game and then we're gonna jump into our games, my friends. Might be taking 5 to 10 minutes max. Because I don't think any brandy can win this game anymore. He's just down too much. The Hobbits got nerfed because they are now more expensive too. They cost 200, they used to cost only 150. It's a big nerf actually, it's like 20% nerf to their price. Which is a lot. A lot, a lot, a lot. Oh, nice one. He was able to destroy this. That's good. But what is his transition? I don't get it. He's only making 1 barracks and 1 forge works. I don't understand. Why is he so poor? But he has hobbit summon available now. Okay, I think at this point it's important to gather army in the middle and then use the hobbit summon and then rallying call all together and go for a big push. Zira versus arbitrary? I don't think so, my friend. We shouldn't finish. We shouldn't get. This is kind of pointless because there are still so many games left in the loser bracket that rushing the finals too much, too hard is gonna be just pointless because the finalist, the grand finalist, has to wait then a week or 2 before he can play his games. So we need to now make progress in the loser bracket in the Rise of the Witch King. We have now the finalists determined. That means we have the option to get multiple different games in the loser bracket until we are equal in progress, and then we can have the finals of the winner bracket, and then right after the finals of the loser bracket and grand finals. Because I don't want to make the finals of the winner bracket now and then the grand finals 3 weeks later. This doesn't feel right, you know? Probably next week, yeah. Next weekend, maybe in 1 week from now, we will hopefully be able to finish off the tournament finals, the grand finals. Hobbit from the Shire. Gothmog against the Hobbit. Frodo Baggins, attack him, Frodo Baggins, attack him, Frodo Baggins. Oh, he killed Peregrine Took. Oh, he killed Meriadoc Brandybog. Why are you running, Gothmog? From the ring bearer, use the Fill of Galadriel. Why not? You could scare them off. But he has the Iron Hand, that's why. And of course, look, this Peregrine Took and Frodo Baggins were able to win this fight. Me versus Smog today? But I need to play my own games first. Then let's see. You know, I don't want to say anything yet. But to be honest, I'm not feeling very well today. So I want to play my games just to get done with the games. And I would like to cast your games, guys. I don't want you guys to play off stream either. But I'm not feeling in the mood to cast. I'm feeling in the mood, but I can't, you know, because I'm losing my voice all the time. And I also need to clean my nose again. You know, it's kind of disturbing. Charge them down. Fishy versus Stevie? Yeah, maybe. But also they didn't answer me yet. Let me check if they answered me. And nope, they didn't. So didn't have any confirmation from Stevie or from Fishy. Can't tell if they will be playing or not. Since when hobbits have 5000 HP? It's not their HP, it's their damage. He's spamming hobbits, I think, yeah, he's spamming hobbits. Actually, their damage output is not too bad with the rocks. He's saying GG, enough Rise of the Witch King. That's gonna be another player who's leaving Rise of the Witch King tournament.